right, what is good,
What
everybody?
up?
Woohoo! Hello,
I didn't die, y'all. I'm
everyone.
still here. Thank you for the well wishes.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Ray the
yeah,
Survivor.
Brought me
What's
out.
going
Hey,
on?
couldn't miss the show. Paul's on here. Could not miss the show.
oh yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. We are back with another episode of Cloud Station TV, and E3 just came and went just like that. And here we are, getting ready to dive in and talk about it. So first of all, before we do all of that, let's go around and see what everybody's been up to, what you guys been playing. And I'm gonna save the guests for last.
All right. So, by the way, JD, JD's hosting tonight because I'm a bit on the collar right now. Wife's expecting baby very soon. Probably 3 days right now is the last word we got from the doctors. So, I'm here. Never know what might happen. So,
It's live
uh,
TV, y'all. Live
yeah,
broadcasting.
Yeah.
it all happens live. So, really good to see you guys. Lately, I've been playing. What's the name of the game? Rivet and Clank. Big game came out. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart last week, and I've played it. Haven't finished yet, but I've played a good chunk of it, and man, it's good. It's really beautiful. Having a lot of fun with video game photography in it. Like that photo mode, I'm using it all over the place, enjoying it. It's really, they've made something impressive, extremely impressive. So I'm really loving it. So other than that, been toying with a few things here and there. Actually, got Game Pass just to try it out. Got an offer 3 months for $1. Like, yeah, ratio to loss is acceptable, and got it installed in my Nvidia Shield Pro, and it's like it does work, but I think Microsoft still need to work on their formula. in my personal opinion, but I think their servers are on the West Coast though, and I'm on the East Coast, so that's part of the factors why my experience might not be as desirable as it should be. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing lately. So, want to continue on, Ray?
Not a problem. Thank you, and congratulations, Dr. Spaceman. Man,
Thank you.
look, two things that's been going on: the NBA playoff and the Euro 2020. So I've been playing me some 2K21, and I've been playing some FIFA 21, and I've been playing some sports games. I also got into Enlisted because I'm all getting hyped up about Battlefield, so I wanted to play something close to it. So I've been playing Enlisted on my PS5. There you go. To Paul.
Yeah, been playing Ratchet and Clank on the PS5, obviously. Fantastic game so far. Played about around 6 hours, I think, now. So I'm not sure how long I've got left to go, but yeah, absolutely fantastic. Graphics good, story good, voice acting great. Just photo mode, like Dr. Spaceman said, was fantastic. Love taking photos in the game. And I've been trying the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order patch because it had a PS5 version now, and yeah, absolutely great on that as well. And congratulations to Dr. Spaceman.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And so I've been playing Ratchet and Clank. Also, I've been trying to go at Dr. Spaceman with the trophies, trying to see who can beat it first. I know it's unfair because he got family stuff going on, but but I've been looking at the trophy score. I'm like, yeah,
I seen his trophies, man. I seen his trophies, man. He sent me a message laughing at my trophies. Fact.
Not laughing, just
He said step up your trophy game. Step up your trophy game.
right.
just a bit of teasing.
He said just a little bit. And other than that, been watching the playoffs, catching the Hawks, trying to survive and stay alive as always.
They got all these players dropping like flies, man, like big time players.
Yeah. Yeah, I need a pacemaker just to watch the Atlanta play, man. Might go into cardiac arrest or something. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to this weekend in gaming. So, yep. So we are here. Let me check the chat out real quick. We got Vet Cloud Gaming in here in the building. We got Rick Tone from
we
the
got
Waypoint
Nimbus in there.
Yeah, we got
How you doing,
Nimbus. Yep, Nimbus Cloud Gaming in there. Let's see. Anybody else showing up?
Oh, we got
that's-
Kevin.
My best
What's up,
friend
Kevin?
Kevin, I'm alive, man. I'm alive.
Alive and strong and good reception.
Guys, I got my my second vaccine. So thank everybody that's been DMing me, but I'm okay. I'm all right.
Glad to hear it. Oh, and there's something I forgot to talk about that I tried yesterday. The demo that released the demo or trial, trial version of the Final Fantasy Origins Stranger of Paradise that came out on PS5. It's actually very interesting. Anyone who's got it, I don't know if it's on PS4 or just PS5, but anyone who's got access to the trial, I'd suggest to try. It's a good mix between Demon Soul, Jedi Fallen Order, and a bit of Vagrant Story, if anyone remembers that from the first PlayStation. It's very interesting. I'm really liking what they're doing with it. Just a little side note that I wanted to add to what I've been doing this week.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's what we've been playing this week. And so before we get started with all the festivities, our special guest, Mr. Byron Plays, Mr. Paul himself is in the building. And we would like to get your take on like what has been your experience playing on PlayStation Now?
PlayStation Net. Well, I recently subscribed to it during the Days of Play sale because, like I said, it was a great price. £37 in the UK. 800 games in the catalogue. Can't go wrong. I was a beta tester back in, I think it's 2013 or 14 of the original PlayStation Net that they had, and back then it was pretty bad, but not terrible. But today's PS Now, absolutely 10 times better. I've not noticed any lag, so that's good. The fact that, like I said, you can stream or download games is great for the service, in my opinion. I wish Xbox had the same deal on the console, save you downloading everything. And yeah, honestly, playing games on PlayStation Now on the PS5 has been fantastic. I've been playing God of War 2 or God of War 1 from the PS2. And yeah, smooth experience. Runs nice, runs smooth, looks good. Looks like it's been upgraded. So yeah, it's brilliant news for the PlayStation Now.
Nice. Sweet. And then, so next question is, how do you see PlayStation evolving with the cloud gaming scene?
Look, adding PS5 games eventually. Would it be wise to do it now? Maybe. It might kill off some sales, but it might help people not get they can't get access to PlayStation 5, so it might help them just transition over to it. So yeah, I think they kind of should add PS5 games, but hopefully it doesn't affect the sales too much. But it shouldn't do because PlayStation sells anyway. More games day one, maybe, like add more third-party games, like Xbox is doing, because you can't deny that's not a great service. Adding like Back 4 Blood and stuff like that. First-party games again, day one. I'm not sure. I mean, it would be nice, but does the quality kind of drop a bit? Because on Xbox, in my opinion, the quality of the games kind of drops. So yeah, I don't know.
Hey, interesting take.
Very
About to say
interesting.
something.
People, I just wanted to add to Paul. People got to be patient, man, because you got infrastructure, and doing this is something that you just can't do overnight. So, will they do it? Of course, they're gonna do it. But it does take some time.
And Sony does have the challenge that they're not using their own cloud infrastructure; they're renting it out.
That's
And
true,
right
yeah.
now, well, what's been said is that they're using Azure. My theory on this is that because they've been investing in Ubitus, it might be possible that they might actually jump from one service to another in the future, depending on the area and the quality of the service. We might actually see PlayStation now using Azure, AWS, Google, and maybe Tencent over in Asia and some other companies. That basically Ubitus will serve as the intermediary, negotiate, try to get the best service possible in every areas, and do quality control. So we're gonna have to see with time how they handle it. But yeah, Sony doesn't have their own infrastructure, so it's one of the limits they have at the moment.
Yeah, and they definitely will. Like everybody said, they will get those first party games. It's just a matter of time. But it'll be interesting to see how long it takes them to get that on there, because that is one area where Game Pass is really hitting them at really hard right now. Is in the first release. As soon as it drop, it's right there.
10 day.
Day and date, baby.
Look, who we got in the chat right now? Rodella and Dusty Fredericks.
Hey, Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty. Shout out to
See you
Rodell,
guys.
man. I copped his when he was covering the Xbox. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Power Xbox always strong with Rodella.
Yeah. Using those
Good
Series
man,
X
because
blades.
Xbox does need your strength.
He got the Series X blades, baby. He's ready. He is ready to go. Real. Oh man, thank you everybody for coming in, joining in the chat. And you know how we like to do. We like to keep things going. So off the top, we got E3 2021 review. Man, and if you haven't watched it, if you watch certain, like in the chat, who do you think won E3? Like who did you who did you think won?
I think
man?
Rivet won E3.
Be honest, guys. Don't be no damn fanboys and haters. Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Yeah, keep it 100. Keep it nice and clean in the chats. But I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna get everybody's thoughts. So I'm gonna start with Mr. Paul, since you're our guest today. Put you on the hot seat first.
Nice.
Yep.
I say this every year. I mean, you're a gamer, so in the end, gamers win. Every year, I say it. Gamers win E3 because you see all these cool games. You see them all, you're like, I want that one, I want that one, and that one. And there's just plenty of games out there. But for me, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Xbox. To be fair, because Nintendo really disappointed me this year. Not gonna lie. But like the Game Pass stuff with Back 4 Blood being in there day one, all the exclusive Forza 5, can't say it doesn't look good. It's fantastic. What else did they announce? Now? Oh, yeah, Sea of Thieves update look cool as well. Can't deny that. Some Jack Sparrow in there. Nintendo, the Breath of the Wild stuff look cool. I wanted them to show more. I mean, it's been 2 years, and they'll show us a minute clip of Link just flying around and stuff like that. It was pretty disappointing, but yeah, I suppose it gets hype up. The golf game, we already knew about that, so I don't know why they have to show it again. It's out in, a week's time. Did we really need like 3 minutes on that game? No. Mario Party looked cool. Again, 5 boards. They got slayed for that when I brought out the last game on Nintendo Switch. So the fact that they brought out 5 boards again on this one, they could have done like a whole collection like they did on the 3DS, but put it on the Switch where more people would play it. Would have been a lot better. Metroid 5 looks cool, but it's Metroid at the end of the day. Can't really say too much about it. Ubisoft, Avatar looks okay. Didn't really see much, but again, I'm not a big Avatar fan. I thought the movie was kind of crap. No offense. No offense for people that like it. I know people like it, but for me, it wasn't for me. What else?
It was
you know,
fun in
Rainbow
movie
Six.
theaters.
Yeah, exactly. It was for movie theaters. It was good, but when you watch it at home, it's not the same experience, is it? Uh, the Rainbow Six news was cool. It's cool that it's coming to Stadia on the 30th. Would have been nice if it was day and date, like that you can download it. Well, not download it. You can stream it right now. That would have been nicer. The new one looks okay, but I think it's like £60 to pre-order in the UK. So it's like, is it really worth it? Because the last one dropped in price fast. The Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I was excited that they announced more DLC because I do like the game. I think it's a fantastic Assassin's Creed game. The Capcom stuff was pretty crap. Resident Evil news. They announced that they're going to do some DLC for it, which is, I suppose, is good. But it's just a title saying, "Here's some DLC we might make." I was like, okay, no information, no nothing. The Reverse stuff. I played the beta for the Reverse stuff. I wasn't really impressed, but I'm sure it might be better now that they delayed it. Xbox again, back on Xbox. I was actually quite impressed with like the Game Pass stuff. I said I would like some more news on Fable and Perfect Dark, but they kind of got left out. I suppose they had good reasons. Obviously, no point talking about it if they've got no stuff to show. I would have liked some more new IPs from them, from their own studios. I mean, they brought all these studios, and not many of them was there. So, yeah, that's me done.
Yeah.
Miss PlayStation. PlayStation should have been there. Sorry, they should have been there.
They're coming. They're in
They-
Horizon.
They better
Not
come.
anywhere.
They
They
better
better
come.
come. They need to come swinging.
Oh man, Ray, what are your thoughts?
Man, you know, I gotta
E3.
keep it. I gotta keep it 100, y'all, and I gotta give that to Xbox. All right, gotta give it to Xbox, and the reason why I gotta give it, and I'm gonna be honest. They did show some game footage, but not all. Let's be real. Not all games had actual game footage, and so a lot of people, please don't be fooled until you actually see the game. Outrider, Cyberpunk 2077. You know, I'm not falling for the okie doke. I want to see some gameplay. I actually want to play the game, but I got to give it up to Xbox, man, because, dude, the game has changed, man. The days that you used to go to the store and drop $60, $70 on a game, you don't have to do that. They got the Game Pass. People have gone digital. I'm digital. You see, I used to get games. I don't do that no more, man. I do my PS5 is digital. So to get Game Pass day and date games, that's a plus. And man, let me tell you something. My mouth hit the floor. I got my wife. I said, "Look at Forza Horizon 5, dude. You got it." I mean, man, I had dreams driving in a McLaren that night, man, driving around Mexico, you know, and picking up, you know, some senoritas. But look, the game, God damn, come on. And then Stalker, I like Stalker. I like Horizon, and even some of the games that I did not get to see game footage, I am interested in. The Vampire game, you know, the exclusive that's coming out, I think summer 2022. I like the little, but guys, it was a cinema. It was a movie. I want to see footage of that, but I was interested in that. Well, let's see what else. Nintendo, you know, I love me some Nintendo. I'm definitely gonna get Metroid. I'm definitely, come on, man. They come in with Breath of the Wild 2. Come on,
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes,
Come
sir.
on, people.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, so I gotta give it up. And then one more thing I want to add is Avatar. People, that's a win, you know, for Luna and Stadia to have Avatar come out in 2022. That just shows that these platforms. Plus, if you looked, it said next gen, and Luna, and so you know them blades and everything's going to get upgraded. Man, I'm telling you, it's a win-win for gamers. It's a
I think
win-win
it's
for
coming to
gamers.
PS4 though as well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I love the Black Panther. Wakanda forever. Come on, man. I was excited about that. My wife, you know, she loved the movie. I brought her in to say, hey, look, you know, I have this game. You know, hell, I might just get Marvel Avengers on my PS5 to play it. the Panther segment. And then don't forget Guardians of the Galaxy. Now a lot of people were hating on it, but I saw the 4K play of it, the footage, and it looked pretty good.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm done, y'all. I'm done.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Xbox Game Pass for the win. All right, DrSpaceman. We're gonna skip over him because he said he didn't watch it. I was just playing.
I did watch the recaps and look at the information that's been out there. Definitely, Xbox came very strong. Showed a lot of games. Some look extremely interesting. Forza does look good. Bit disappointed that doesn't have the ray tracing in the game. It has it in the showroom. But then again, the game looks really impressive. Like the backdrops and all that when you're racing, it looks extremely impressive. So I'm curious to see how that'll look once it comes out. But what impressed me and interests me the most about the Xbox conference is the cloud support everywhere. Like, I think there was like 2 or 3 games or maybe one game that didn't say it supported cloud on release day and date for Game Pass. That's a large, humongous move for cloud gaming. No matter how, like, personally, my experience with Game Pass cloud gaming isn't optimal right now. But we know that Microsoft is working on it. They're sending some Series X blades, whatever, through servers everywhere to improve the experience. And apparently, within weeks away, the experience should be a lot better. What that means is that it's putting pressure on other platforms to do something about cloud gaming. It's putting it on Sony. It's putting it on Nintendo. We don't know if they'll join the cause eventually because they're doing cloud gaming, but a reverse cloud gaming, bringing cloud gaming to their one platform that's locked, which I want them to bring cloud gaming so you can play on any device, but it's Nintendo. They live in their own bubble. But we know that Sony is going to have to answer to what Xbox did. I was extremely surprised to see that many cloud gaming support titles that will come to the day and date to Game Pass.
First parties.
All first party titles. Very impressive, because I was on the impression before that Xbox was pushing cloud gaming, but that it would be more of an afterthought. Like, they would push it slowly, bring some titles to it once in a while, but but eventually it'll become one day a main platform, but still, for now, let's keep it in the back. And they really push a narrative on it, bringing every games on it, day and date on the cloud, so that anyone, they even talked about the streaming stick, so that people could just without buying an Xbox, they could play on it. Right now, they're talking about bringing the Series X experience to Xbox Ones with cloud gaming, so that if you have one of the older console, the Xbox One, you can still get the improved experience of the Series X, like faster loading times, better graphics, and all that on your Xbox One. So kudos to them to bring that to the consumers. I'm sorry about this. So now that they really hit the nail there for cloud gaming, I'm really hoping it rattles the cage even more. Like, it's been rattled in the past by Stadia coming in with a very strong cloud gaming experience. Now Xbox is coming in with the value of all the games in Game Pass. While we know that Sony has been working on something in the back, there's been rumors that there was an event coming up for Sony soon to do their counter offer from what was going to happen to E3. It was supposed to be around, like, I saw June 22nd, June 28th come out, like, as dates where they were thinking of doing the event. And now it's been pushed to, just looking, to July 8th. The latest rumors.
What
and they're talking about,
man? That was Ubisoft, man. Wasn't that Ubisoft? What? Let me stop. Let me stop.
But yeah, the rumors now are that Sony pushed the event that we're planning for July 8th. So I wonder if they watched the Microsoft Xbox event at E3 and kind of stopped and was like, okay, they're going full on ahead with that cloud gaming and all that. So we have to recenter and try to find a solution and bring it on. So they might have nudged Sony to do something. So I'm eager to see what's going to be the answer.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
sorry, go on.
No,
JD.
no, I was just saying Sony's been working on stuff, but it's definitely gonna force them to kind of like readjust whatever planning they had a little bit for PS now.
Yeah, Xbox is accelerating the game right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
If I was Sony, I mean, some of the games are not coming out until like later 2022, and Xbox said, hey, even Outer World said, hey guys, guess what? We gonna keep it real. We ain't got a game. We
Right.
just got, which I thought that was really, hilarious. But
That was a funny trailer. If y'all didn't see that,
I mean, they kept it real. I mean, in Maker of Chaos, he's absolutely right. COVID. People honestly out here in California, and I'm not like Silicon Valley, and I got a lot of stuff going on. Everything is opening up right now in California. Everything is officially opened up yesterday. So people are actually going back to work. Offices are getting filled up and everything. So I think you're going to see, 2022, 23 is going to be really huge. And then, and I had somebody making fun in my DM about Stadia did have their Connect, and it was Ubisoft. They were making fun of Stadia, saying Ubisoft with their Connect, and ha ha ha. I think honestly, I think Stadia is going to come up with something as well, and Luna. So don't count them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just that. Paul is the same boat as me. We finally now have access through Stadia to Ubisoft Plus now. That wasn't the case before. You guys in America, in the United States, had that for a while. We were left to dry out. Like the only option we had to get it was either through PC or through NVIDIA GeForce Now. Sorry, I had a lapsus there for a moment. So Stadia didn't allow us to have Ubisoft Plus, and that has now unlocked.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Big news,
Yeah. Nice news out of Stadia camp. All right, so I'm gonna give my review of E3 2021.
Oh, I can't wait!
Spicy.
I've been waiting all day.
And my winner is Verizon.
ooh.
Just messing. Wasn't Verizon.
I heard some stuff. Apparently, they're going in cloud gaming. Or
They're going
like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, Verizon going to E3 and talking about 5G, and just pretty much patting themselves on the back about how great they are and the things that they're doing with esports and stuff. Hey, it's going to get more gamers on board. It's going to push cloud gaming forward as these companies start, kind of like T-Mobile did with xCloud, partnering with them to get the beta out there and testing it and running up. And Stadia is probably entering into agreement with T-Mobile also. So it's just going to push cloud gaming, and maybe we'll see PS Now on there at some point, So that was just an interesting take. But no, my winner for E3 is Nintendo. I'm gonna have to go with Nintendo, and they won because I called it. I said, man, all they gotta show is something of Breath of the Wild 2. They don't have to show everything, but if they show something, that's everybody's been waiting on that game. We know how great that game is going to be, how great the last one was. Just even seeing the new abilities in the trailers, and Link's arm looks like he has the actual thing on his arm instead of the tablet on his arm, right? So so much, and the world looks bigger, and it's in the sky. They announced they've been announced it, but they had Skyward Sword remake HD, and so we know that's going to play a big part in the Breath of the Wild too. So I can see where they're going with that, re-releasing that game. Metroid, I said, hey, all they gotta do is say something about Metroid Prime 4. They did say something. They working on it, but Metroid Prime or Metroid 5 actually. Metroid Dread, a lot of people like the 2D side scroller Metroids. They love those games. So if you're a fan of the old school classic Metroid, they got something for you. And then just all of the Mario parties put together in one game. A lot of party games, so I can see me and my wife play Mario Party. A lot of people play Mario Party. That was a good one. Mario Golf looks interesting.
Oh man, I actually that I was happy about that.
Yeah, was the Mario Party or the Mario Golf?
Mario Golf.
Mario Golf.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of game they need to bring to mobile. Like I know they brought Mario Kart and Mario Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Golf, they need to bring that to mobile.
Yeah. I'd say that. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, especially if they could do like a slice of that game and bring that to mobile, that would be really good. But just all the customization, I think I want to say that's probably the most like customizable Nintendo game thus far that they made. Probably with all the modes and everything that you can do in it. I could be wrong, but outside of like making Mario levels. But then what else they showed? They showed off. Man, it was at the top of my head. You got Mario Rabbids.
Yep. I was getting ready to say that was
Yeah. Another tactical.
Didn't they also show Guardian of the Galaxy running through a cloud?
Yeah, but they didn't announce it was cloud, though, did they? That's weird, that was.
Yeah,
but it'll be on the Switch, but running through the cloud apparently.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Interesting.
Mario Galaxy running in the cloud, and then man, it was another game right on top of my head. They showed Smash Brothers, man. How we got Tekken and Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Come on.
About that.
And he was throwing them off the cliff.
Hey, everybody wanted Crash Bandicoot, man.
Right. Benji,
what is the
Crash
stuff? They're gonna bring Kratos in.
Right, they're gonna bring Kratos in. You got Ratchet. Come on, we got Rift Apart. Let's go.
Snake is in that one.
Yeah. He is.
Yeah, he's in there. Xbox, they showed some good stuff. Honestly, my opinion, they didn't have to do too much to win, but they're on the right track. They're on the right path. They're on the right path. Day and date release for Game Pass, showing games, not too much talking, just letting the trailers run. I think is it only 2 exclusives launching this year? Halo Infinite and for Horizon. So you got 2 first party exclusive launching this year, then the rest is 2022. But to have all the third party titles fill in the gaps for the rest of the year, and have it on Game Pass, I mean, hey, that's a win. Sea of Thieves with they spent some money getting Jack Sparrow on there and Pirates of the Caribbean, but it shows me that with them having money and access to really use money in a way to get certain things, you can see the direction change with Xbox. So that's good for them, because I'm calling it 23, 24 is going to be really good for Xbox. Really, really good for Xbox. Capcom didn't show nothing really. They just showed up and say, "Hey, I'm here." Ubisoft, look, the division. Rainbow Six. So you got that.
Come on, man. Extraction,
man. Going with cross-play, cross-progression, everything cross. And this is what I've been dying. I'm gonna die on the hill. This gen, every multiplayer game should be cross-save and cross platform. no matter what, and I'm gonna die on that hill. That's the hill I'm dying on for this generation of gaming.
Riders Republic.
Yeah, Riders Republic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And yeah, so just a bunch of different stuff. And my last thought is also on Nintendo. The fact that they're bringing a lot of these games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. The fact that they're still bringing these games that should only be on like Xbox and PlayStation, like a powerful console. They're still bringing all of these games to the Switch. I mean, they keep bringing more and more.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy's on the Switch.
Yeah. So that just shows me that they're looking at the games and they're saying, hey, what can we bring over on this platform? So that's my review.
All right, I gotta throw in a runner-up extra. Razer, the people at Razer, they showed a ultra thin laptop with the 3080. I mean, bro, let me tell you,
the laptop is probably lighter than the GPU itself.
Yeah,
bro, and that's like a $4,000 or $5,000 laptop. It is only like out in America $17.99. I came so close of grabbing my wife's credit card and buying that damn laptop, man. But I knew she would have killed me.
How much is it retailing at?
$1,799, $1,800.
What?
$1,800, folks,
For a 3080 in a laptop.
Yes,
and it's AMD.
Yes, bro. This guy, oh my god, the presentation that this guy did was fabulous. Because there's no way in the hell, I don't know if he was reading off a screen or what, but he just how he remembered everything.
Yo,
he just kept saying, "We do the best, the
we're
best."
the ultra disc.
Bro. That's a gaming laptop right there, man. That's a gaming laptop.
Yeah. It was.
I'll be interested.
See if I can get to it. Anti this, anti that, everything on there. We're the first. Yeah, there you go. Ultra
fast. Blade 14.
Ultra.
Yeah.
But just wanted to bring up, you guys talk about Capcom, and also Holtz brought up Bandai Namco as being really disappointing for E3. One thing to think about, though, is those are companies who sell really well on the PlayStation systems.
RPGs.
And we know that Sony's got their event coming very soon. Might be possible that they didn't want to spill any beans, so they just did here they were probably going to show some stuff, and the talk with Sony is like, okay, you want to bring out to that event? Okay, we're here, but we're not. So it's not impossible. I'm not saying that I didn't have any insider knowledge of anything in there. I'm just saying it's possible that it might actually show up for real once the Sony event happens. So that'll be to keep an eye on, because Capcom just coming out with Resident Evil Village, and we know like they got Monster Hunter going strong on the Switch right now. They got a few things going, and they got plenty of franchises that they're going to bring to the PlayStation ecosystem in a close future. And Bandai Namco, it's been the same for a while. It does strongly on the PlayStation, not as much on other systems. It's more Asian oriented companies, games. So I'll be to keep an eye on. So what did you guys think about that?
Like I said, I think they're gonna come out later with some. Like I said, people, if you ain't got nothing to show, you got to remember, like there was a lot of studios closed and they got hit with COVID. So I mean, if you don't have it, you don't have it.
But they did show one game. They showed Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is coming to the Switch.
Yes.
Yeah, I was excited for that actually.
Yeah. Which is awesome. I mean, I got it on PlayStation, but it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna, but I waited because I knew it was gonna come to the Switch eventually because the
Dragon Ball Z.
Xenoverse come to Switch and Fighter Z come to Switch late. So I was like, it'll come to Switch eventually. I'll just pick it up on there because to me that's like the kind of place I want to play it, so I can take it on the go and play it at home. And they seem to run quite well on the Switch. Like Jump Force actually ran pretty well as well, which was
I gotta play that. I have not played that yet.
Yeah, it's in PlayStation now if you haven't.
Yep, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I think I can
Elden
stream
Ring.
it.
Elden Ring was featured in.
Oh, yeah.
That will be very interesting to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
Yeah,
Front
that's true.
Studio?
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's most definitely. Yeah.
Because what they've been teasing is that it's going to be like Demon's Soul, but on a epic scale, much larger, much.
Bro, you could look at the video and see that it was an epic video.
Yeah.
You know.
Big multiplayer focus on it as well, isn't it? This time as well.
Yeah. And Halo Infinite looks. The multiplayer looks good.
What?
Really impressive.
JD, I was waiting for you to talk trash, man. I'm really shocked.
I'm
really shocked, man.
Look, man. Look, I told you, I'm a gamer, man.
Okay.
Don't put me in the box.
All right.
I like PlayStation.
I absolutely agree with JD on this one. It
Stadia.
does look interesting. I'm still not 100% all in, but the fact they announced that it's a free-to-play game, it will be on the cloud day one.
Yes.
So through Game Pass, and also it'll be a system that with Battle Pass similar to Destiny, but contrary to Destiny, like if you buy the Battle Pass or the Season Pass or whatever for Destiny, you have that much time to get as much loot as possible. Then it expires. The Battle Pass for Halo Infinite, you buy them and they stay. So they release new ones, but they stack on. So whenever, like, after 3 years, they might have like 9 or 10 different Battle Pass. You buy them, you own them, then you choose which one you're getting XP in, and getting your loot for, like your armors and unlockables. So whatever Battle Pass you get, even if you're just a casual gamer, you only have time to play like 4 or 5 hours a week. You're not losing your investment. It's not good for just a short period of time. It's yours and it's going to keep on building. So I find that way to go for a free-to-play game very interesting.
Yeah. And it's definitely beating Destiny at its own game when it comes to Battle Pass, customizations, all the things that they said they're going to have a lot just to make everybody look different. They've been showing off all types of gear and shaders.
I agree with Riddell. I agree.
Riddell, Hello Infinite multiplayer.
Yeah. Going to be huge, millions of players. Yeah, it's going to be massive once it comes out. And because they've been investing a lot in this game. When they presented it, they had issues with it, and then the graphic didn't look exactly like they were hoping it would. They reworked it, and it looks a lot sharper.
Yeah, definitely looks a lot better.
It'll
At least
be interesting
multiplayer
when it comes out.
Yeah, have to see how the single player holds up, but the multiplayer definitely looks sharp, and the destruction of they got the vehicles and things like that, kind of like Battlefield, like it
kind of reminds me of they brought it back to the original Halo. You know, it's got glimpses of Halo 1 and 2, and I just had memories just looking at the maps and stuff. So I will be playing that. I'll be playing that.
Yeah,
killing JD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
Look,
I mean,
send me the invite. on the insider.
Paul's gonna kill me. Paul's actually really good at multiplayer, y'all. He's good.
I'm good for you, Ray.
Yeah, he's good.
No, I love Halo multiplayer. To be fair, I've been there since 2004 when Halo 2 came out on the original Xbox. Loved it then. I loved all of them now. I had the flaming helmet in Halo Reach. Complete off
Nice.
getting
Nice.
like so many people. That was a lot of fun. And Halo's to me probably my favorite franchise on Xbox, mainly for the multiplayer. So many memories. This new one looks fantastic. When he grappled the weapon and then got the vehicle, and brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looking good.
That brings me to. I'm very curious to see how the new studios that PlayStation's got will turn out. But there's Firewalk Studio that's been announced a while ago, who's actually, yeah, like part of the team is actually veterans who made the first Halo games back in Bungie, and also some guys that work on Destiny, and there's a few other games that they've been working on. But now this week, we just got, like 6 days ago, we got an announcement for another studio joining that team. I can actually share my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
So it's
Let me get
DV.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I like their like the logo.
Yep.
It's actually folks from Call of Duty, the guy who designed the zombie mode and a few things. So they formed the studio. I think they actually started working 2 years ago. I did read that somewhere, some interviews that they gave. Apparently, they started working 2 years ago, but they were still not very advanced. They did warn that it's going to take a while before they deliver a game, because that's one of the thing. Those new studios, it's a narrative that keeps coming back. Sony gives them a lot of budget and a lot of leeway to try to find whatever identity they want, and it actually it's the same thing that kind of happened with Hideo Kojima, for example, who when he left Konami, he started his own studio and was trying to find a direction he wanted to go. It's actually Mark Cerny, apparently, that approached him. It's like, look, I'm gonna try to help you find. Like, he was looking for his game engine, and he told him, like, yeah, I'm gonna try to help you find your game engine and try to find more resources. So they got him a contract to make Death Stranding, and they toured the world at different studios to try different engines to see which one would work better to make what he was envisioning with Death Stranding. And that's how they got that strong relationship going with a Blue Box Studio that right here. So actually, that's something else. Hideo Kojima has been teasing some stuff a while ago, and now you got Blue Box Studio that appeared out of nowhere. And apparently, it's not him, but art style very similar to something he posted on Instagram not too long ago. That's on his post he made quite a while ago. Don't see the date anymore. Oh, it's last year in August. But then if you go back to a more recent post, there's a bunch of them that you see like Sony logos. There was this one that had something to do with Sony, but it wasn't as apparent. Like this one directly, the Sony logo on the building there. So, and they made a tweet here. Guess the name Abandon equals first letter starts with S, the last letter L. Everyone jumped on Silent Hill. And if you look, Blue Box kind of reminds me of that logo that we keep. Where did I put it? That logo we keep seeing when they announce new studios they're partnering with. It's always a blue box like that. So
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima likes to play in the image like that, but I
Yeah.
kind of went further from what I was starting with. But Sony is signing a lot of deals with new studios that are trying to find their image and giving them a lot of leeway to look for the right tools, the right personnel, and make the right game. So it's going to be interesting to see how it will compete exactly with Halo Infinite and other big games that are coming in the competition like that.
Yeah, and they've been saying for a minute that they've been working with studios behind the scenes, even before they launched the consoles. They've been trying to strengthen their IPs. They've been working with that studio for a year. that just article that came out. They've been working for that studio for a year now, and Sony knows that multiplayer is one place where they're hurting at. Even right now with The Last of Us 2 not launching multiplayer and them hiring for people to work on a team for the multiplayer for Last of Us 2. Really think Sony is going to really show some great multiplayer games this generation. People talking about Destruction All Stars. It is what it is. It is what it is with that. But they're pulling talent. They're pulling talent right now. You got Call of Duty developers, Bungie developers on their Halo, like you said. So it'll be very interesting to see. People. Yeah, they're going to the right people for these multiplayer games, it seems.
Speaking of multiplayer, have you guys tried Knockout City?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've just watched it. I watched some people. It's interesting.
It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I tried just a little bit. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
There was a dodgeball game I saw that on one of the E3s, somebody's coming out with a dodgeball. Kind of reminded me of the old retro dodgeball game, how you run up and you hit somebody, but it's actual dodgeball. So
I think I remember that game.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But
yeah, Knockout City is pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I might have to play that. I've been looking at it, because it was what was that game? Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket.
I tried. I really tried, man. But I just
Knockout City, you can get it part of EA Play, which you can get on the PlayStation for $5 a month, or it might actually be cheaper for you guys in the US. And also, EA Play is part of Game Pass Ultimate as well. So if you get that, you can either install it on PC or
I have
Xbox.
Ultimate. I got Ultimate.
I think you can actually play it to like level 25 or something like that anyway, without having EA access and stuff like that. Because I think they had like a 10-day trial when it come out, and then I think they extended it to like a certain level. So I think anybody can play at the moment.
Yeah.
But definitely play it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Check out these games.
Rodella brings something interesting here. Sony is going a live service route. I definitely think it's something they're looking into. And it's something I keep bringing back. I want Sony to bring back Home. And PlayStation Home would shine with some games designed, like live service games designed to work with it. So if they could do that, like make it like you're playing PlayStation Home, and whatever game that Firewalk or Deviation releases that's a multiplayer shooter like PvP, that you can walk into an arena and you got the game playing right in front of you. You got a big tournament you can see live. That would be interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean they're doing lots of stuff with the ESO, with the tournaments, investing in Evo, investing in there. And so, I don't think he's far from the truth, with Sony and live service games and multiplayer games and just esports in general. I mean, they already do.
Imagine assisting Evo from PlayStation Home live event.
Oh, man.
With your own avatar walking in
crazy.
There and
with VR too, with the 8K PlayStation VR screen.
Yeah.
Like you go there and you can actually see like whoever's in the tournament has to log into the PlayStation Home, and you see their avatar. It's like, okay, they're up on the stage and boop, big screen. You got a game going on of Virtua Fighter 5 or whatever game.
Yeah.
That would be interesting as heck.
That,
Bring the social element.
Yeah, I was saying they should relaunch PlayStation Home when they bring out the new VR, because I just think that and the VR would be a perfect fit.
Yeah.
You can go to the cinema to watch the Sony films. If they incorporate the Sony films to PlayStation Plus, that'd be a cool thing. So you can let's go watch that film. Watch things like Netflix through there. That'd be cool. Jump into a multiplayer game, because on the VR now you can have like a big screen. and you can play games through it that are
Yep.
non-VR. That'd be cool to do it on there with your friends on the couch.
I
And
actually used to have the PlayStation VR, and you had that weird box that a lot of people didn't like. You could actually unplug the input and
Right.
plug whatever you wanted on it.
yeah,
So I actually like connected my laptop a few times on it, and just used a big ass screen on there to play games on my laptop.
yeah, it was cool.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was really cool how it worked, and like you said, with like a community area. Like imagine watching like E3 or Evo through PlayStation Now with VR. That'd be such a cool experience, and they can make like mini VR games. Just for PlayStation Home. Look cool.
I couldn't go on vacation because of COVID, so I put on my VR. I went to Rome. I went to Italy. I went to Rome. I went to Canada. I was on the basketball court watching the game. Yeah, it's pretty, man. That's pretty cool.
And Lord Gaming makes a pretty good point where Xbox doesn't have a VR solution at this point, and unless they're partnering up with a PC or Facebook or somebody to bring VR and have that with Game Pass. Like,
I know that we're talking with Facebook to bring some gaming elements, like for Facebook Gaming, they wanted to get something going with Xbox, but apparently that all broke down. Maybe they were counting on that, and it's not happening anymore.
Dude, that would be amazing with Starfield.
Yeah.
You don't have to go. You don't have to go to like the place where you look at the stars. You could just do it in your living room. That would be amazing.
Right. Yep. That would be so amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah. There was a console that was also talked about during E3. What was it? Intellivision? What the hell was that?
Amico and Television?
Yes, that one. Did you see that? Vet wants to get that one, right? Vet was like, I want to get that. It had it looked like a phone with a dial on it, and you can put two in charge.
Looks interesting, but it's an interesting concept. I wouldn't jump on board. I'd be curious to try it out, but I wouldn't invest in it personally.
I agree with you, Doctor.
It looks like it's geared towards families or kids, so it would be interesting for that. But it's they want to get all exclusive games, so for that, what kind of quality games will they be able to get? Not entirely sure. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see.
See, he tried to tell me to shut up. He was trying to get me to buy it.
And it's like the way you hold it, like there's a physical wheel that you hold for your left hand that you do your controls, and the buttons, like the actions, are all on the touch screen. So it's like playing with mobile. It's like, not entirely sure.
You'll need, yeah.
Maybe it'll be a big hit and outsell PlayStation. We don't know.
You never know. You never know. And that leads into Xbox. They say they're gonna have another. They got some more games to show tomorrow for the Summer Games Festival.
Hopefully they show Fable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
People was like, you didn't show Fable. What about Fable? All right, let's do another extended show.
But they have to show more of Halo Infinite as well. People are thirsty for that game.
Yeah.
I keep seeing Rodella talk about it.
Yeah. He keeps tagging us in it.
We need to do
looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. You're right. We're gonna get
Yeah, we're here talking about my Warriors. Your coach got fired. He can come over to the Warriors. Maybe the Warriors might give him a job. We need a towel boy, so maybe hey.
Oh wow.
Excuse me. Sorry. I got this impulse every time Vet jumps in there and runs his mouth when he don't know what he's talking about.
We're gonna
Oh
get
man,
vet riled up here in a second.
Whatever. He was already wild up.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Speaking. Look. We said keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Vet's gonna be playing some Halo. Watch. You'll see.
We'll get him on there.
yeah, he'll be hot on the Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost
This is
Paul?
best
No, Paul. Paul, come
No,
back.
Paul fell
Paul.
off.
It's Vet's fault. What's up, Mr. Urban World?
Mr. Urban World is in the
I just
house.
Quest
Urban
Q
World
every
in that house.
console. Got that
Oculus Quest 2 is better than every console.
That's
Actually, I haven't
cap.
tried it, so I can't
That's
say.
cap.
That's see, that's cap.
Good to see you again, Paul. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
It
welcome
does that
back.
sometimes. I'm sorry.
If Halo sucks, then Killzone is hit garbage. Remember, that was the Halo killer.
Yeah, that's true.
Why you do that?
Yo, yeah,
I miss Killzone.
Don't do that.
yeah.
Talk-
Killzone live.
Killzone multiplayer was brilliant back in the day.
Man,
I remember to play
Yeah,
Star Wars
it's great.
Squadron VR.
what you talk about, Killzone? I like Killzone.
I need to
Do you
play
remember?
these.
Do you remember Starhawk and Warhawk? They was great games on PS3.
Yeah.
Big, massive multiplayer games. I'd like to see a new one of them. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I remember
Especially
Ray had traveled
Yeah.
the galaxy while he plays his little Sega Genesis. There were some cool games on the Sega Genesis.
Yep.
He's in the future, Ray. He said you're not the cyborg anymore. He's in the
Whatever,
future.
man. Whatever.
But,
Oh, he's with the
Whatever.
he's with the new.
also,
Whatever.
big news: Cyberpunk 2077 is headed back to the PlayStation Store. Did they
Yeah.
finally fix the
Yes.
game?
I dare to.
You know
So-
what? I might just go buy it. I might just buy it in the PlayStation though. They need some money. I might help them out, man. Just buy it tonight. Help them out.
Buy every game on PlayStation because they need it.
This is
Just
If you
encourage
bought
it.
the game on PlayStation, your wallet would be super crying. You'd be like, it broke as fudge.
But it's interesting because Sony brought a lot of condition for the game to come back. Sony rarely pulls games from the PlayStation Store, and they told CD Projekt Red, like, your game's not working. Here are some conditions you have to meet to bring back the game. Then bring it to us, and we'll consider it if it's good enough. And for a while, they've been trying to bring it back, and every time Sony said no, doesn't pass a standard.
We already certified it, and you got us in trouble. So we're not going to certify it until you get that shit right. So
Actually got a
don't,
refund for that.
hey, they certified the damn game, so they don't get a pass either, man. You know, you
Mhm.
guys got to check that shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on
But
now.
it looks like they finally fixed it enough to bring it back this time. So we're going to see how it ends up looking. So, by the way, those updates should come to every platform. So, whatever platform you have the game on, should be interesting. What is going on in the chat?
Let's see what.
You can only
Yeah, you
talk
can
about
only
Halo
talk
if you
about
have a
Halo.
next gen console.
Oh, man.
Bet, man. You got to get a PS5, man.
Damn.
Man,
Damn,
you
flex,
son.
flex,
we can't help you out. We can't help
flex,
you
flex
out.
on
with
you,
that.
man. Damn.
Wow. that pinches.
He got you there, Vet.
Yeah, he got you there, man. He got you there. But interesting piece of news I just found. We was just on the subject of that. Let me see. Let me share my screen again, real quickly.
By the way, Insomniac just released a new patch for Ratchet to improve general game stability and address some known issues. That'll be interesting. Next gen PSVR targeting holiday. What?
All right.
Oh,
What?
we'll use an OLED Samsung screen. according to Bloomberg.
Ooh.
With
Damn.
a bunch of 8K pixels and 1080.
See, that makes me mad, dude. I need to take this. Can I trade my Samsung in for this one? You know, I hate when you buy a TV and then it's obsolete. Something else comes out better.
So what do you guys think about that?
I'll be 4K
news?
VR, right?
Unless the new one comes out from now
Yeah.
till then, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely 4K at the minimum.
Yeah, it will be higher resolution. I'm really curious to see, because I tried the first PlayStation VR. I had it for a while and it was enjoyable. Definitely still needs some work, but it was fun. Like the Astro game that's on the PS5. That's so fun. There was some Astro games on. Oh, Ray is flashing his showing his guns. But there's a technical demo for the PlayStation VR. It's like VR Worlds, I think. Has one of the levels. Actually, you're playing a platformer similar to Astro's Playroom, and it was so much fun in VR because you have the whole level going around you, like you go under a bridge or something, and you turn your head. It's all the way around you, and you have that little guy that you're controlling with your controller. I enjoyed it so much.
See, I need like an alarm system or some mirrors so I can see when my wife is coming into the room.
Yeah.
You know, because there's, you know what else you can do with VR, don't you, folks? And so my wife, man, she's always, I can't hear her. I got the headphone. You know what? That's another story. Let me shut up.
Ray is trying to say he got caught, y'all.
Yo, caught in 4K.
One time, man. Just
4K.
one time, man. Just one time. You know?
Yeah. So
What was her name?
Why,
in
the
VR,
wives are on us.
What's that?
What was her name in the VR? Right?
I can't hear.
Sabrina.
My headphones just went out. I can't hear you. Go on, JD.
This is why our wives are on us, man, because of Ray, man. What are you doing gaming? What you doing in there? I've been on that game for so long. we coming to bed.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'll stop my comments. I almost said
Thank
something.
you. I'll
Yeah, I need
stop
to
it there.
listen to then as well.
just send them in the DMs, man. Put them in the DMs.
I need to stop hard on this.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna bring that back up. Oh, the Playhouse. Yes, the Playhouse.
Hey,
These
somebody delete that. What's wrong with you? Come on, man. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Where's the mod at? You got a mod? Come on, man. Some family show, bruh. Some family show. Come on, Lord Gaming, man. Brandon. And first of all, bruh, no, I would not be talking about some black nuts in VR, okay? Come on now. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna hold my tongue on that one.
Stop, JD, stop.
Yes, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop on that. That's all right. So,
Right?
We didn't tell you to stop for real.
will drive future
okay.
IPs. So, she had an interview, basically saying that, hey, the fans are just what's driving the market nowadays with the IPs. So, and not just the developers making whatever they want to make and putting stuff out there, because we're just in a different time with gaming where everything, communication. We can see everything everybody's thought. Everybody can put their things out there, their opinions out there, and drive sales of games. We've seen games fail because of word of mouth and all these different things. So just and talking about fan services, where we're fans of the games, and then we're making art, and we're writing fiction, and just helping developers create better stories, with our ideas. When we put out, hey, we think this should happen, or can you make this, or this lore would be cool. Like, we're making up, our own stories in our head, and then the developer looks at that piece and can say, hey, that seems pretty cool. Let's incorporate something like that into the game.
It's just like Star Wars. Just look at the original trilogy of movies back in the days, and everything that spun out of it, like the expanded universe that went on after all the books or novels that have been written to comic books that are, some were canonized, some are no longer canon. When the Disney acquired Star Wars, they decided to sort it out, and slowly they're reintroducing some stuff. Greatly thank to Dave Filoni and John Favreau that have been reintegrating a lot of that stuff. But Star Wars has been running on fan fiction for a very long time to boost their image. The fans have pushed a narrative for that franchise for a very long time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, it only makes sense with the access that we have to communicate with developers, and it only makes sense that this is the direction that it's going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Yeah. Let's see. We talked about Showcase.
Gaming Arena podcast.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hello.
Woo.
¿Cómo está,
Welcome.
guys?
Welcome.
It's gotta be Will.
Yeah, probably
It's
will.
probably will. Yeah. What is going on? Welcome to the show. And yeah, so Silent Hill exclusive rumor was talking about on Twitter. So DrSpaceman, you want to take that one?
Yeah, pretty much. It's the Blue Box Game Studios. Here, I can share my screen over this. I did go over it a little bit. So it's a game studio that comes out of nowhere doing a PS5 exclusive games, and the developer behind the studio, the name, I don't even remember what his name is, but nobody knows him. Apparently, like they found a rap sheet of a guy that he's done one game, and he's a total unknown guy, but brings up like knowledge about the dual sense, like how it can be included to improve the games and all that. Like if he's made a ton of games, they're also the same studios that they're talking about bringing a basically the trailer to the PlayStation 5. So not just to YouTube, but you can actually download the trailer and will be locally rendered in the game engine on your PS5, so that you're not getting a compressed image. You're getting actual gameplay footage as it's playing the game in front of you and showing you the basically a cutscene of the game from your console. So it's very advanced stuff for a studio with one guy in it that's basically sending out work to 6 or 7 different studios that he wrote at one point. So it's really weird that we see one guy doing all of that on his own with very little prior experience about using consoles like the PlayStation, like one mobile app or one game that he did in the past. So a lot of people are thinking it looks a lot like what Hideo Kojima did in the past with Phantom Pain. That it was another phony studio name. I don't remember what the name was, but it was also the name was Joachim, I know the first name of the developer was Joachim, because that's an anagram for Kojima. And he teased back then. Some people had suspected that it was Hideo Kojima, and exactly the same narrative. I'm not Hideo Kojima. I have no relation with him. I'm just doing a game called Phantom Pain, and it's gonna come out on the PlayStation 4. And kept pushing the narrative and saying that he wasn't a Hideo Kojima. And you see my comment about them saying it wasn't Silent Hill. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Kept saying that it was not related at all to the Metal Gear Solid, that it was not Hideo Kojima and all that, until eventually, when the trailer finally came out, it revealed that, yeah, it's Hideo Kojima doing Phantom Pain. It's Metal Gear Solid. And it's just a little amount of fans that had deduced that it was Hideo Kojima and pushed the narrative. And then it came out as that. Now, Blue Box has very similar things happening. People spotted a few things like I showed earlier. There was a photo that Hideo Kojima shared on Instagram last year that it's a photo book, but the front looks exactly like the art style that's on the Twitter page for the game. And there's a lot of things that are the patterns that are coming back that are similar to what happened back then. What is weird though is the part that it's a game that starts with a first letter S, last letter L, saying that abandoned the name that he's going on for the game right now is not the complete name for the game, and that apparently it starts with an S and an L. And knowing Hideo Kojima, if it's him, he worked on Silent Hill that starts with an S and ends with an L. And it is kind of spooky woods with fog around and all that. So a lot of people think it's Silent Hill. Then again, Silent Hill belongs to Konami, the rights to it. Could he have acquired the rights from Konami, just like borrowed right, a bit similar to what we're seeing with Spider-Man with Sony doing the Marvel movies, like sharing the rights to the franchise? We could see that happening. Yeah, so I really don't know what's going to happen with this. It'll be very interesting to see if it is indeed Hideo Kojima behind that studio, and if it is Silent Hill that he's doing.
I'm gonna say it's not Silent Hill. I'm gonna say that they're gonna change the name. So there's some bad blood, man. There's some bad blood.
Yeah, there is some bad blood, but Konami lost a lot when they lost Hideo Kojima. They could have brought an olive branch.
What was that? Metal Gear Survival?
Oh, that's terrible.
They lost so much value when Hideo Kojima left their house.
Mm-hmm.
They might try to mend things. It could be that.
Well, there was the video of Death Stranding director's cut where it shows him like looking at a box and thinking about hopping in the box.
Yep, exactly that.
So
yeah,
I mean, could you imagine the internet breaking if they announced Silent Hill along with the PSVR 2? Just them two together would be. Yeah, that would ship you
with some ray tracing. Going in the woods and watching the lake with the water. And, my god!
No one's really talked about it, but the controllers they got, the new ones that they're thinking about doing. If that has like the DualSense capabilities, that'd be fantastic.
But
I
if
agree.
they announce Kojima Production, a branch of Konami, that'll be a big news.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because exactly that's what I thought when I saw that Death Stranding box things. Like, wait, what are they doing?
But he didn't get in the box.
Nope.
He was looking at it.
He was looking at it.
Look at it.
Yeah.
So yeah. It'll be interesting. To see what happens.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. We would definitely see what comes of that.
Sure does, man. Ray tracing does.
Yeah, it worked nicely in Resident Evil with the ray trace lighting. There's night and day difference, in my opinion. It just made the scenes 10 times better.
Totally
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Won't be playing. I'll be watching. Ray stream it.
That's
Yeah,
why,
well, you got-
and that's why. I mean, I'm gonna keep it on. Like, I'm really thinking about breaking down and getting the Xbox, the next gen. But should I just S or just say, man, you know what? Stop playing around and just get the X and get the power. You know, I don't know.
yeah, I went with the X in the end, just for the power. To be fair.
For the power, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like the 4K. I'm sorry.
With Xbox Cloud Gaming going to the S, it's one of the things that's been coming out. It's that the Series S, while lacking a bit in power, is very strong for, like, it's got a good networking chip, and it's able to output 120 frames per second, I think. And it's got some stuff in it doesn't fit the power it has, which leads me to believe it's more like a streaming box that's actually able to play games. So Series S might be a good device to have for the future for cloud gaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just get the cloud gaming stick if they do bring one out.
But then again, shit, do I really need a console? What kind of blades? Do I really need? I mean, come on now. If they hook them blades up,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. In a few weeks'
Yeah.
time. Fingers crossed.
Just bring that xCloud to that little thing you got $1 for behind you.
I know.
That's with Google TV.
That's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm
I
saying.
already got my NVIDIA Shield Pro there with xCloud loaded in it.
Nice.
Side loaded, but
Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Urban World.
Yeah, he said something about it.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a disc tray, so you have to do it from a USB thumbstick, I guess.
Yeah.
Super small and fits everywhere. Yeah, apparently it's extremely surprising when you see it in real. Like, it's barely bigger than this controller.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
for the
I
first
do have
time
an Xbox
yesterday.
controller around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Curry's, which is a shop in the UK that sells electronics, and they had the Series X and the S next to each other. And I was actually really shocked how small it was. It's really shocking, especially against the PS5.
Right.
Yeah. It's definitely smaller.
Well, I got a spot for it. I got a spot.
But I'm gonna get the Big Daddy. I'm gonna get the X.
Microsoft announced earlier that xCloud will be coming with last-gen consoles to give them access. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
So to bring the upgrades for the games,
yeah.
that's definitely interesting. Faster loading times and all kind of boosts.
Yeah, it makes sense for Microsoft because that's what their whole snitch is.
I mean,
your older Xbox can keep up with the newer stuff, and so xCloud is part of that.
It fits everywhere.
Well, crazy. I wish I fit everywhere. But you got to give it up to Xbox though, man. I mean, you want a console, you got a console. You want to play some PC, you can play PC. You want to play in the cloud, they're giving you the cloud. They're giving you But I mean, that's a gamer's company right there. And Sony, Sony, I can stream. I still have my PlayStation now. They got some excellent discounts on some beautiful games. So I mean, right now, if you're a gamer, damn it, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a gamer.
It's a great time.
Well, Unitrix appears.
Unitrix, what's going on,
building?
man?
What is going on?
But in my opinion, everyone wants Sony to do their own Game Pass. They just need to bring cloud gaming to the purchase titles you have in the PSN, and they have everything right there. As simple as that.
Yep.
Would be
because
nice.
Sony, if you look back, everything that has been said, like Phil Spencer has been pushing for Game Pass here, Game Pass that. While Sony, they believe in buying your titles that you choose, your AAA games, and bringing the best experience possible. Because if you go on Game Pass, you get a strong discount, but the dev doesn't make as much money.
Hmm.
Like some devs who wouldn't like it assures them a certain amount of sales, but then you end up with games like Outriders who are super hyped, so they get a lot of money from Game Pass, but then the game comes out and it's a total disaster. That's not cool. So at least with Sony, it's like the game's hyped. Well, you can see if it's good and whether you want to buy it or not. And games like The Last of Us Part One and Two, games like Ratchet and Clank, games like Days Gone, they're so excellent games. Like AAA experience. You need a lot of money to pay for all of the employees that are involved in this because if you finish any of these games and you roll the credit at the end, there's a lot of people listed, and among those people there are some companies listed because they don't have enough room to put every name in there, so
Yeah.
they actually list companies that have sometimes hundreds of employees that you just see the company name in there while there's a bunch more people that worked on the game. You get thousands and thousands of people that are involved in making those AAA games. That costs a lot of money, so you need a lot of people to buy those games. That's how you get the AAA experience. So Sony is defending their stance on this, that they want to bring the best experience possible, and they want to keep selling those games. Yes, they're expensive, but you're getting what you're paying for, which is a heck of an experience.
Mhm.
So if they bring the cloud to those purchases that you have on the PlayStation Network, and also they keep porting those games to PC, and you still have them on console, and they want to bring the best experience to console possible, well, you end up having the choice for those games that you bought. Buy the game once, and you have three different ways of playing. And one of those ways is cloud gaming, which you can play on your PC, you can play on your TV, you can play on your phone, on your tablet, wherever you want. So I think it could be very interesting if they bring that to the table.
Yeah, I think that's a topic that people are skipping over is just the money portion of it. And when we talk about how much money everybody wants to pass it off, well, the Game Pass, you don't need to make a lot of money to have it, but they if they keep up that business model, I don't really long term. I don't know how sustainable that is without them investing in their first party studios to bring them those AAA exclusive bangers that takes a lot of money. And we see, just look at E3. We see how much the money played a part of them looking at Halo looking better. Look at Bethesda, the amount of money that they're pouring into those studios. Like we're seeing a glimpse. Horizon looks really good. Like we're seeing a glimpse of how really money really plays into these developers' hand and what type of titles are coming to the consumer.
But guess what though, man? I got somebody retweeted an old tweet I did. Google did a shout out and somebody retweeted it to me. And it said, "You're gonna end up in jail with your stupid cloud gaming." Something stupid he said, and then he said, physical gaming and consoles forever!" Exclamation. So I don't know what the hell the guy was trying to say or whatever, but there is some guys out there, man, that love their physical copies, that love their console, and just don't want to embrace cloud gaming. Don't want to embrace Cloud Station.
Right, and they're going to be left. They're going to be left behind in a certain capacity. In a certain capacity, as look at CDs and tape players and just things like that. You're gonna get left behind in some type of capacity if you're not embracing these things.
My dad used to brag to me when I was young about his 8-track. Look at this boy, 4 Tops, the Temptations, the Spinners. Nobody got an 8-track. And I remember I said, "Hey, Dad, you think 8-track will ever like go forever?" Of course it will. Man, look, and he would shove it in his car and he would jam to his music. And then the CDs came, man. My dad was still rocking the 8-track. He just couldn't do the CDs, man. And he carried his 8-track tapes everywhere. You know, some people just don't believe in innovation and change.
And competition.
There you go.
Yo, let me get
go ahead.
Let me get to the chats real quick. Have anybody played the Simpsons arcade one that was up at E3? Or is anyone getting that? I didn't see it. I didn't see that trailer. But have anybody else seen? You want it? Okay.
I want it, but it's like £400 in the UK. Yeah, I used to play that game all the time. I used to have like a pub, which is, well, I'm sure you know what a pub is. And yeah, they used to have this Simpsons machine in the corner, and yeah, I always used to play on that.
Love the
fantastic game.
Love Bart Simpson, but I don't love his ass that much.
Look, everybody wants a new Simpsons hit and run, so
yes,
that would be dope.
Or remastered. Let's do something.
Look right here. This is about it. Look, if they put it this size, you know, I'll get it. I'll get it this size. But I ain't, hell no.
You got another space. You got space,
bro. Look, my wife is already getting on me, man. She wants to. She like, Dad, it's Father's Day in America coming up Sunday, and shout out to all the fathers and fathers to be and all the pet dads out there. But she's like, I want to invite my dad over, but you got all this shit. And what's this little? I'm in a cubicle, man. We've been fighting. She's like, what is this cubicle? I'm like, this is my working space, my gaming space. I will be until I die. I'm not breaking it down. I will die in this corner. All right.
This is Playhouse. Everybody, let's see. Stadia Pro Gaming is in the building.
William,
SPG
is here, and then let's see. Rodella. Microsoft pays the devs on what the game is projected to sell. They get the money up front, and they still get to sell on other platforms to develop. The devs win what devs doesn't want 300 million potential players.
That's the issue I've got with that I was talking about. It's like they work on the hype, and also Phil Spencer himself, when asked about how does it work for Game Pass for people to make money out of it, the devs, and apparently it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's a whole mess. He said that himself, like it's really a mess going through the deals that are on Game Pass, because every single developer has a different deal of a different type. Some just want a upfront payment. Okay, you're giving us that amount of money, and you can put the game on Game Pass for like that long, and we're all good. Some devs are getting paid by how much the game is being played, a bit similar to how those music services are working. Spotify. So a bit similar to Spotify. So the more people are playing the game through the month, the more the dev is getting paid. Some it's a mix of both. So it's really all over the place how they're paying the devs, which is really weird. And it brings the point that if they're working on hype, exactly what Outriders did when they released the game, that it was super hype, it looked super good, then they kind of lacked on the updates that would actually fix the game and make it playable.
Yep.
So it's been a whole mess.
Y'all order them DLCs though. Go and order them DLCs. Those help us too. Go and order them DLCs.
That game went day one on Game Pass, made a bucket ton of money. Then we're not hearing much anymore about it.
That's true.
Yep.
What's the reset my character?
It's $60 day one on that game. They won on that game.
120 because I bought it on Stadia and PlayStation.
No, I have it on. I have it on Game Pass and I have it on Stadia. So I got it on Stadia, and I have it on Game Pass. But I'm still come on now. I'm still having issues.
Yeah.
If you just look at the next comment from Rodella, your big bank stakes
Oh
little
yeah, I was gonna
bank.
get to that. Yeah, and that's cap, man. That's cap because every company has to. They're not willing to lose or afford to lose money. They have to make money back on their.
The thing I
investments.
want to address with that is, the big bank take a little bank, and that Sony cannot afford to do that. What is the objective here? To put Sony out of business? So they're trying to invest a lot of money to come to a certain objective. So you cannot do a business model that loses money. If they're doing a lot right now that they're losing money by offering this many games, then it means that the end scenario, that they won't be doing that offering anymore. So they're selling a value that is temporary until they get what they need. Then they'll lower the value and just give you whatever they want to give because the competition will be absorbed. So that's what you're suggesting that they're doing, which is not good. It's not competition. It's trying to absorb others. I totally don't agree with that.
So, did you see Spaceman? Did you see Rodella 5's question about the Spaceman?
Yeah, right.
Spaceman, you are making it seem like Xbox owns Outriders. It's not MS job to update that game.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they own Outriders. I'm saying that they put it day one on Game Pass, and they probably paid a bucket load of money for that. And the devs that People Can Fly, they got paid back everything they wanted to make out of this game, and stopped working on it.
Yeah.
Now, normally what would happen is if the game comes out and it's broken and people are buying into it and they see an issue in it, they would tell everyone else, stop buying that game. It's not good. There's an issue with the game at a certain point of the game. You lose your inventory. The missions are something's wrong, and people will stop buying into it. But Microsoft already paid all of that money. So if people are not buying the game anymore because it's broken, the devs will try to fix the game. If they already made all their money and the game is broken and they're not really able to fix it, they're not able to find a solution, well,
and that's why you got to give kudos to Sony for pulling Cyberpunk 2077, because that game, that game was overhyped. A lot of people spent lots of money on all kinds of merchandise and everything, and it was a broken game. And so Sony never ever did something like that. And so enough is enough. He said, you know what, CD Projekt Red, hell no, we taking this shit out of our store. Take this back, get it out, fix it. Okay, we fixed it. No, take it back, fix it again. And they still don't. You know what? They come out with these roadmaps, and they come out with the guy who's all crying. It's our roadmap. And, how much money we got? And it's like, come on, man. It's like, damn. Yeah. Enough's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, even Sony had to refund me for a game, and that's quite hard to do. They don't only refund people for games, but for Cyberpunk, they actually emailed me and says, do you want a refund for this game? Because a bag of crap.
Let me tell you something. The internet, Twitter, YouTube has changed the game. The gamers have power now, guys. We have the power, okay? So you piss us off, really piss us off, especially if we've been waiting on a damn game since 2013, and you give us this bullshit. Come on now. No, the gamers. Look, Xbox came out with something, and the next day, guess what? We're not going to charge you for that. It's free, everybody. It's free. It's free. So.
Do you think Cyberpunk will go to PS Now?
Could you imagine if it did?
Oh man!
Because but they just released The Witcher 3 on PS Now.
Yeah, they did. Hey, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I'm playing and I love it. Shout out to CD Projekt Red. You go ahead on and put that Cyberpunk on there too, man. Go ahead on.
do what you want to do. It's your
can't
world.
wait for the next
We're
gen
just
patch for
playing.
Witcher 3. That's going to be really good.
Because if you look at the catalog of games on PS Now, you'll find a pattern of studios that put a game on there, put a lot of games on there. You rarely see one-offs. Generally, they strike deals with studios and they release a whole bunch of games of that studio on there. And they just released The Witcher 3, and now they're bringing back Cyberpunk 2077 to PlayStation Now.
Or the
So,
PlayStation Store.
could happen.
Good point, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing it on PlayStation Store, so it could go to PlayStation Now. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Definitely have to see what happens with that.
We need some more money. Can we make a deal if you put it on PlayStation Now? No, we'll give you a good discount. Throw in some free action figures or something, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Need to put it on the store at half price at least, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that it's going to be like super cheap though, like in the 20, 30 bucks around.
Yeah, okay.
And they're suggesting if you got PS4, don't buy it for PS4. Any of them for
Was it
Pro.
the game was not made for older gen. It just was. It wasn't.
No.
It was made for a really good PC, and it did really good on the cloud. I mean, I got it on Stadia. I mean,
it was made for Stadia.
I got
because it's sold like Game Busters. It was,
and I got my Premiere Edition. I had my game. I was playing. Did I see bugs? Yeah, I saw bugs, but not like, oh my God, my cousin. He was showing me pictures where people's heads were stuck in the ground, cars. I mean, you've seen the videos, man, and it's like, come on, man, come on. That was the investors. But I feel sorry for the guys, the guys that actually made the game, because that was about money. We're not done. Do you see these investors? We got to put this game out. Christmas. We got these deals. We got to do it. And they did it. And it's, man, I was waiting to see CD Projekt Red at E3. What they going to do? What they going to do at a showcase? They wouldn't have an audience because they would be getting boo. I don't know.
But I know, like, when they do the last pushback, like they were saying, oh, we have to push it back to like next month. Apparently, the guys in the office at CD Projekt Red was like, "You're saying just a month? That game is nowhere near ready." They were saying, like, if we get 6 more months, we'll still have to do crunch to get the game ready. Yeah. So there were some red flags before the game came out. We were all excited for it because they've been hyping it so much for so long.
Yeah.
The hyping of the game was humongous.
Bro, I will never, ever. That's one of the reasons why I got Stadia, was because Cyberpunk. And you want to talk, I mean, I was hype. Like
Same
hype.
here, man.
Yeah.
I was sleeping with this, man. It's like, oh, just so you know, yes, it is autographed too. But man, they screwed over a lot of people. They screwed a lot of people, man. And these guys did Witcher, and I'm just like, wow. What up, Big Daddy?
Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Big Daddy of 4 in the building. welcome.
Good to see you. So
yeah, we'll definitely see.
Circled around all the big subjects.
Yep. Spider-Man 2.
Well, actually, it's Insomniac has one of the dev at Insomniac has been teasing that they're gonna show something next month when Sony do their things. And yeah, you were bringing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's just exactly what you said. That it's just been teased by Insomniac.
Yeah, they're not teasing Spider-Man 2, but it's the rumor right now going around that it will be Spider-Man 2 that they'll bring.
Yeah.
I think we might see 3 different games from him next month.
Yeah.
Well, I know a while back I interviewed the person that does the music, so it's coming.
But we could see Spider-Man 2 because Miles Morales was it still is, like, it just came number 1 like 2 or 3 weeks ago in the UK.
Yeah, it did. We've had a few restocks in the UK, and every time we get a restock, it literally shoots up the charts. Yeah,
Because everyone
It's,
wants to play that on a PS5, even though it's available on a PS4. The PS5 version is the one you want.
Yeah, I love that game on PS5. To be fair, when I first played it, I was like, "Woo, this is nice."
I think it's reasonable to think that they might tease Spider-Man 2 because it's been a big success since the first Spider-Man they released on a PS4, and Miles Morales is more of a DLC than an actual title, but it's still they've done an excellent job with it. So we might see that. Then we might see the remaster ported Sunset Overdrive come to PS5 within a very short amount of time. That could drop next month because the game already exists, and fairly sure they can bring it like super fast. And it might also be PS4, by the way, because that was on the saying it's an Xbox One game that they've made. Sony now owns the right, and it's been teased that they're bringing it to the Sony ecosystem. And apparently they're doing a sequel to Sunset Overdrive. So we could also see that happening. So we might see 3 games from Insomniac potentially coming next month that they're going to tease with potentially 1 release while they just released Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart just now. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to end up. But Sunset Overdrive was already working on Xbox One. I don't know how much work it would involve. Maybe just a different team that could have done it, because we see that happen all the time, having a different studios working on another studio's port. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. And I want to bring up one more piece of news that I just saw. And this kind of goes in with what we talked about with how Sony can leverage their IPs into, from TVs to movies to gaming, music, and kind of bring people in. So let me show you this real quick. So Demon Slayer will deploy in October on PS4 and PS5 in Japan, but the game based on Sony's smash hit anime will release according to a flyer in the Blu-ray copies of the film. Sony Music Entertainment Aniplex is slated to publish the game along with Cyber Connect 2, which worked on the Naruto titles, and it will release on PS4, PS5, Xbox, PC. No word for resting. So it brings me to the point where Sony owns it's just another demographic for anime, TV, movies, films, and they can just kind of bring this whole ecosystem and draw gamers and movie watchers, TV watchers all into a subscription model and keep you there basically.
This reminds me of a point because it's also coming out on PS4 at the end of the year. That brings me back to a point I totally forgot I wanted to talk about. All those games that we see that are being released on PS5 and PS4, including some that were announced exclusive to PS5, are now coming to PS4.
Talk about it, because it's a big topic.
It's a big topic, but I think I figured out the reason why. And it comes back to something I kind of assumed. Like, remember, guys, that I said, oh, they're actually testing PS5 games on PS Now. They are, but not a PS5 version. Sony is probably right now not at liberty to upgrade their cloud infrastructure to get PS5 games on there, and because of the chips shortage, so they have to do limit it to PS4. Even for play testing, possibly, because after I said that, and a few weeks after, like the Horizon Forbidden West demo came out, they actually said that most of the play testing was on the PS4 version, That's where I clicked. Possibly PS Now is only stock on PlayStation 4 hardware. Right now, they're not able to push PS5 hardware on there. And it might actually be the reason why Gran Turismo 7, which was supposed to be an exclusive PS5 game,
PS5. They even said it. They said it in advertising.
is now ready inside the studio to do play testing, but they're not able because they have to get a lot of people involved that are working remotely. So now they have to dump it out to a PS4 version, which they will optimize while still working on the PS5 features. So at the moment, it looks like because of this limitation that they have to work with the cloud for play testing, and that their cloud infrastructure can only do PS4, they have to work at making all the games playable on the PlayStation 4 for that very specific reason, while implementing PS5 features. And reason Ratchet and Clank got kind of saved from that is that they built the game literally on the PS5 from the grounds up. It's not, that game cannot run on the PS4. It's impossible because of just like when you smash those crystals and you teleport into another world, it's like that can only be done with the SSD on the PS5 and the integrated IO. So that might be the reason why we're getting a PS4 version of the Gran Turismo 7. As for God of War, apparently it was always planned that it would be PS4 and PS5. It was supposed to be a swan song for the PS4, like one of the last games to be released on it from the PlayStation Studios. But now, I do believe this is the reason we're seeing more PS4 games being announced from those studios that were supposed to be turning only to PS5 because of the pandemic, because of the limitations they're having right now. So, what do you guys think about that?
It's the sign of the times, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you lock down, people can't work. You know, you got to have a lot of people in the studio to do certain stuff like that. And guess what?
You want to stop making games instead?
So, you know, and then I look at it, hey, you know what? The PS4 guys, you know, I saw somebody did there's a group of people I follow on YouTube, and they did a little skit about the PS4 coming out. Yay! I'm back. I'm alive now. You know, and the PS5's whatever. You ship it in your box. You know, and it was a funny skit, but it's true. But it's true. But you know what? I'm cool. I look. As long as I can if I can upgrade it, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, Final Fantasy remake. Oh my god.
7.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I am like, when I started playing it, I was like, I just froze. My toes. I was like, oh my god, this is such a beautiful update, man. I'm like. Like night and day, folks. If you ain't, oh my god, if you have the game on a PS4, you need to right now, upgrade that.
Right now,
upgrade that. It is
type
like
that in the chat.
beautiful. So if they can do that with the PS4 and do that with the PS5, hey, I'm happy, man. Like I said, I'm old. I understand. I know some young guys, like, you know, they don't want it. I want it right now. I gotta have it now, you know, but. I believe that, you know, Sony makes beautiful games, and they're gonna do right by. I rather wait. And
looking back at a history, like look at God of War 3, released on the PS2 like 3 years after the PS3 came out. They've always supported their outgoing consoles in the past.
Right.
They were trying to jump the guns and really go strong on the PS5, but things
circumstances, man.
Yeah.
It's okay for companies to pivot, and I don't think Sony was lying. You know, lying. Like, I don't really think they was trying to release games on the PS4. And there's just certain things that came out of this pandemic that just forced their hands. I don't really think they really wanted to lie and put things on PS4. You know, I don't believe that narrative. You know what I mean?
I mean, the auto industry. I mean, there's a lot of people that are dealing with this. And yes, Paul is up very late, man. He's about to pass out.
Right.
He's about to pass out.
I got rum. I'm all right.
I noticed his eyes were white at the beginning of the show, and now they're all like hazy red and glazed. You know.
That's your job, Ray.
I've been drinking whiskey.
It's not Coca-Cola.
You notice every time you take a sip, I take a sip, but it ain't rum. I'm drinking tea.
I'll drink my sparkling water with you guys right now. But yeah, so yeah.
And I'm drinking water classique.
Oh, and just so you know that there's some really good RPGs coming out at the end of the month too, guys. There's some PS5 games coming out.
Scarlet Nexus looks good. Well, I played the demo. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't played that one.
Which one you talking about?
Scarlet Nexus.
I was looking at
Scarlet Nexus
with the mask, with that mask that comes on, dude.
Yeah.
Tales
of Arise looking really good.
Yep.
You haven't tried that Final Fantasy Origins trial?
I need to play that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna make some space.
Really good.
I'm looking at the Dungeons and Dragon one.
Yes.
The Alliance.
Yeah,
that looks sweet. And then there's one game that's already out now. I've been my hand has been over the phone on the app, but it's the Warhammer, the Bounty Hunter. It's like, I mean, it's like looks like Doom. I was looking at that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of games coming out looking real good. Yeah, we should be good this holiday season. Go ahead and get your pre-orders in. Don't wait the last minute.
I don't even think I'll be done with my backlog by holiday season.
No.
Man, my backlog has a backlog.
Yeah. I agree. And I even got
console has one.
I mean, my PlayStation now. There's games. I want to play Detroit. I've been playing Death Stranding, which I played a little bit. I mean, there's some games that I'm playing Witcher.
I bought Detroit because what's the name of the game? It's not Detroit Become Human. That's something else, or is it that?
Detroit Become Human?
Yeah.
I bought that when it came out, and still haven't launched the game once.
Wow.
I bought it when it came out. It's like,
wow.
Okay, I'm buying it. I played Heavy Rain on the PS3.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved that game. Played it many times. And when it released Detroit Become Human, it's like, looks really great. I want to play that game. I bought it. And it's like, I want to play that when I'll be like all alone. Got plenty of hours to play. Can listen to like dramatic themes going on and everything.
Well,
never able to get to sit down and play it.
Well,
my wife wants to see that storyline, so I'm waiting on her. I might just gonna have to boot that up and get to finishing that one.
I got Resident Evil 8 on my PS5 and I loved it. I played at night with all the lights out. There was one time my wife came up and tapped me on my shoulder and I damn near almost had a heart attack, man. I said, "Hey," because the headphones are blasting, so I can't hear nothing, right? And she says, "I'm calling you," and I'm like, "You don't see these damn things on my head? Don't ever do that." I almost had a heart attack getting chased by werewolves. Anyway,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Man, anybody got any final thoughts for the show? I think that wraps it.
Did you?
Oh, sorry. Oh, doctor. No, I'm just playing.
Ready? He still hasn't sent me a message, so I think I'm fine for now.
Hey, I was playing my Xbox original when my daughter was born, and I heard my water broke. Hold on, I'm just past. Hold on. Get your ass up here. I'm doing the controller down. I didn't even turn the damn game off, dude. I actually, our steps were really steep, and I went I remember running up to the stairs, and then I slipped and fell, went do 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 do, and my chin went when my daughter was born. True story. True story.
Wow.
Wow.
Did
Oh
you see
man.
Did you see the news about the DualSense having like the haptic feedback features on the iPad? Like
Oh no.
apparently, like the Apple are gonna let developers be able to use
Really?
Nice.
the features of the DualSense on the Apple games on the iPad.
I know Metro Exodus on PC now
Yeah, I
has
saw that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
but on the iPad?
Yeah, they did a show the other day, and they announced it on there, like about there, because they're jumping into
Apple's
gaming a lot more.
preparing something with Sony that they haven't teased much about other than because they're selling the
I
DualSense
think
on
that
the
might be
Apple
why they're
Store.
selling it.
Yeah.
So they're selling the DualSense on the Apple Store. They added full support for the DualSense not too long ago, but the full support didn't include the
Yeah.
haptic feedback back then.
Yeah,
Now you're adding that they got the haptic feedback.
apparently, yeah.
Something's
So,
up.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
that'd be cool
I'll be-
because some of the games on Apple Arcade are pretty decent. So to have that features as well would be nice.
So full because I'm fairly sure not too long, like they're disabling the My PlayStation that it's called on the PlayStation website to access all your info. They're closing that down. They're shutting down a few things at Sony, and Sony is not in a bad position. They're not in a position that they have to shut down because they don't have money.
Right.
The only way I can see them shutting down stuff because they're putting everything together in something that works better. So
Yeah.
Sony is on the verge of releasing something that will be amazing, in my
Yep.
opinion. It has to happen.
It will
Yeah.
happen. It will happen. Man.
It's definitely happening.
It's gonna
It is-
happen.
it's-
I mean,
it's
their legacy and their record speaks for itself. They've made masterpiece, folks.
yeah.
You know, award-winning games. You know, they're like I said, their record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
They have a lot of money, but they also have a lot of value in the franchise they own, and also on the fans that they have. The name PlayStation is worth a lot. So PlayStation isn't going anywhere. They're just going up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised of they were making a Twisted Metal show
that'd be nice.
for another Twisted Metal game to come out. Multiplayer.
What's the metal part of PlayStation Home?
I can see that.
Like that thing we were talking earlier about? That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Nice.
good. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope they do something like that, like a social platform similar. Even if it's not called PlayStation Home, even though it's been asked for quite a while, and they did reopen a patent not too long ago for that. But just a social platform with your avatar and all that, for players to interact with each other, is really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I used to love that
So-
place. It was good to hang around on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Like, you had games that were coming out. Like, anytime a big game was coming out, they would create an area for that game. Like, I think it
Yeah.
was one of the Far Cry that came out that had like a bunch of mini games in it.
Yeah.
It was some kind of chess game, but with bullets that you were playing. And when you were doing those activities, you could actually acquire like pieces of clothing and furnitures for your home and all that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just cool to watch like cause I think they used to show E3 on there. It was just cool to watch that because everybody like show reactions or write comments in there, and it wasn't as toxic as like some like when you watch it on like E3 on YouTube, it's quite toxic in the comments. On there, yeah, it's alright. It's just people being hype and happy and discussing games.
People who love PlayStation enough to go in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
Definitely need to
Great.
bring it back.
Yeah. Great time to be a gamer, man.
Yes, it is.
100. Yeah,
Amazing
100%.
Well, we are at the 2 hour mark, or a little bit after. We have talked about E3, we talked about Xbox and cloud gaming, we talked about PlayStation and how they might respond a little bit towards that, and all of the aboves. And we're gonna go ahead and head out, but go around the clock and everybody tell us where you can find us at, where's your channel, and drop what you're doing. So let's.
So,
Yep, go ahead.
yeah, so I'm DrSpaceman. You can find me on Twitter, DrSpaceman Games, DrSpaceman on YouTube. Not too hard to find. I usually stream every Sunday night. That might change though very soon because little baby's coming and planned in 3 days from now. So yeah, my routine might change a little bit within the next few weeks, but I should be coming back to normal eventually, and I'll update on whatever my schedule will be. And also here every Wednesday on CloudStationTV as much as possible.
Sweet, sweet. Mr. Paul, our guest today.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can find me at Mr. Baven Plays. I am currently doing a Ratchet and Clank playthrough. I haven't got a schedule for that one, so I'll just tweet it out when I'm going to stream it. Same username, Mr. Baven Plays. I do Last of Us Part 2, which I started yesterday on Tuesday, 8 p.m. UK time. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. And yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. I'm one subscriber away from 50, so I'd like to hit that target.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Go ahead,
Yes,
folks.
sir. Go ahead, put your link in the chat below, or we can do that. And yeah, go subscribe to his channel. Go check him out. Great streamer, great content creator. And thank you for coming on to the show. Always
Yeah,
glad
pleasure,
to.
Thanks, Paul.
Always
It's really
glad
great
to
having you on.
It was
interact
good.
with you.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, always glad to have you and interact with you. So, Ray.
I'm Ray3473. I am the gaming cyborg. You can catch me. Let's see. I stream Saturday nights on Twitch. Ray3473. You can catch me Sunday. Ray Sherrod on YouTube. I always in my Twitter Ray3473. I put when I'm streaming, when I'm going live down to the Bennett. Also, you can find me on Rock Reveal with Stadia Vet. And 4 Stars Gaming and the legendary Rock. And let's see what else. And then Tuesday I do the Luna Zone, and then Sundays Retro Rewind with Stadia Pro Gaming, Blake Stadia, and Jeff. And we got a hot guest, Nerdness. That's it.
That's it. He's done. All right, no, and you can find me JD3MXP here on Cloud Station TV with DrSpaceman, Ray, and Stadia Vet whenever he wants to show up. And then
his ass was in the chat. Should have been on the show.
It should have been on the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might not get in until you get some PlayStation 5. I don't know. Just mess with him real quick. But
he needs his ray tracing.
Yeah, he needs his ray tracing. Ray tracing vet. There you go. So
Vet tracing.
Vet tracing, there you go. You can catch me tomorrow night, Waypoint Gaming Podcast with Rick Tone and the boys and the female, you know what I'm saying? We out here, and you can catch me Stadia Bash Community Networks Friday Night Fights going down every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and then yeah, for sure. And also, yep, we got check us out on Anchor. Check us out wherever you podcast at. We will be releasing this episode shortly. But yeah, go ahead and check us out everywhere.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and pet fathers. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to the chat. Thank you, everybody, for the conversations in there. We really appreciate your support. Thank you for hanging out with us. And until next week, see you then.
See y'all around.
We're out.
Gaming, have fun, y'all.
Yep.